We are live. Hello, you are live with Pixie from Planet Pixie. I plan weddings and events for difference. I am here with Berni B, the alternative celebrant. We are trying something new today. I'm a little bit scared. After taking part in Danny Wallace's Be Heard challenge. So we've decided to try and be heard. Yeah. So before we get started, I'm just going to try and share it out. I don't know if you want to try and share it too, Berni.
I don't know how.
Gee, on your phone.
No, honestly.
We're so professional. Right, I've shared it into the Be Heard group. See if anybody comes and joins us. Before we get started, I just want to take the opportunity to say congratulations to Simon and Mel, one of my wedding couples, who had a baby last night. I'm very excited. I'm probably more excited than they are right now. They're
too tired to be excited.
It is. So, Berni, tell us about yourself.
Hi, hello, I'm so excited. Well, when I say excited, I'm absolutely nervous. So nervous because...
Me too. I had my nervous before we started.
Yeah, no, it's really great to be with Pixie. I'm so excited to be learning this with you because we met over on Danny Wallace's Be Heard challenge, and people were there amazing, weren't they? Everyone was so supportive. But we're kind of like, well, you're there looking in your gorgeous blueness, and I'm sat here in my room in my gorgeous pinkness, and other than you having a tidy room and me having a really dirty room, it's
only you can see it because this is doing me muggle job stuff. I was slightly a different way before, and the MD of the muggle job kept commenting on the skull on the thing on my wall, thinking it were funny. So I've twitched.
You kind of have to balance. You have to balance the alternative with fitting in with the world a little bit. Otherwise, no one can communicate with you.
Occasionally, yeah. Hello, Frankie. Hello, Shelley. Hello, Leanne. So, Berni, tell us about yourself.
Oh, hi. I'm Berni B, or Bernice Benton, and I'm the Alternative Celebrant. It's a new business, but I am here specialising in delivering unique alternative intimate ceremonies and celebrations for people who want to do something a little bit different and celebrate their punctuation marks in their life in a slightly different way.
Fabulous. So, being a celebrant?
I have wanted to be a celebrant for several years, but I looked into training, and then I thought, my imposter kept saying, no, you can't be a celebrant. No, you can't do that. No, you can't do that. Don't stick your head out there. You might be, no one will want you, blah, 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 blah. And then I told a friend of mine I wanted to be a celebrant, and she went and she just got on with it. She went and trained to be a celebrant, and she's the most amazing person I know. I'll give her a shout out. Her name is Dinah Liversidge, and she's an amazing motivational speaker, coach, and now celebrant. But she created a training package for celebrants. And she said, Berni, now is your time. I'm going to try out my celebrant training package on you. And her training package is the one that the Celebrant Directory use now as their gold standard training. So I did her training, which was fabulous because she is amazing. And we did all the things that you do. We what is your perfect, your ideal customer? What is your niche market? And I wanted to do it in an alternative way. So I became an independent celebrant, but I've called myself the alternative celebrant because I'm really keen to do things that are a little different for people if they want to. So they have the option. My tagline is always, there are no rules. Let's do it your way. It's all about doing it your way.
Yes, which, as you'll know from my little videos in the group the other day, that's my thing.
Exactly. And you can come and you can decorate my space for people who want to have a themed event, because you're not that far away from me.
I do love a theme.
I know, I do so much. And if you came, you could stay with me because I have a B&B.
Yes, in your lovely B&B. Where is the
I'm in mid Wales, in Powys. So sort of if you put a dot in the centre of Wales, that's where you'll probably burst my little bubble there. That's where I am. It's in the middle of nowhere, but near enough to everyone. So you feel like you're in a really, really, really rural spot, but it's 20 miles. You're into Brecon and everything. But there's no big shops or anything. Small village. I've got a B&B here and my art studio and now my Celebrant business. So I cover into Hereford and sort of most of the middle of Wales to the coast and down Powys and Carmarthenshire, that type of thing.
Fab. So what does a celebrant actually do?
A celebrant is someone who kind of will officiate at an important, an event. So it could be a wedding or a vow renewal or a funeral or a naming ceremony or any kind of event where you want to make it a bit more than just a party. In England and Wales at the moment, if you get married with a celebrant, you still have to go and do the official bit with a registry office. Not true in Scotland. They take celebrants as appropriate officials. Sorry, just some water.
I'll take the excuse to have my brew.
I had mine while we were chatting about chatting. But for funerals you can have a celebrant, and what's nice about using a celebrant for an event is that you can have there are less rules and basically no rules that you have to follow. So for an independent celebrant, if you were having a life celebration, a memorial, a funeral, that type of thing, you can have as much or as many or no religious links in there at all. I mean, I went to a wonderful humanist ceremony and life celebration of somebody who passed away, and he had we had Hare Krishna, we had Buddhism, we had Christianity, we had atheism, we had pagan tributes. Everything was going on within this same event, but the whole thing was all about the person. We had videos running, we had people coming and making music on the bowl and doing all sorts of things, and we sent things around the room, and it just meant that you can do what it gives you the freedom to do is really celebrate the uniqueness of the individual that you're celebrating, be that somebody who
should be.
So it can be someone you're commemorating
on the bowl. Do you mean a Tibetan singing bowl?
That's the one.
Should we show people what?
Oh, do it! Oh, they're so beautiful. The sound.
I don't know how this will come across on the.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah. So obviously you can get like loads of different sizes and stuff, can't you? There's amazing there. There's some amazing.
Yeah, and it's so moving. The thing is with
sound baths as well, I think, don't they? They use that kind of thing in like sound baths and stuff.
Yeah.
Tangent.
And what I like about the idea of being an independent celebrant is that you can tailor whatever celebration or commemoration that you're doing. You can tailor it to the individual. You don't have to, oh no, this is the structure we've got to do this, then we've got to do this, then we've got to do this, and you can change the song and you can change the reading, but this is the format that we're going to go to. And I'd say no, we can all dress up as pixies and dance naked around a fire if that's what you want to do. I won't be naked.
I dress everyone every day.
You do, quite right.
Yes, I do have one, and feel free to use my bowl any day. That's wrong. It's the So I know they're looking at changing some of the laws, aren't they, about like locations and things like that where you can legally get married.
You can get, as long as nowadays you can get married anywhere that has got a license for you to get married. So, I mean, the hall where I'm a director of a community hall in a local village here, and it has a license to marry people. So as long as the person who is delivering the service is also licensed, then you can get married there. You don't need to. Obviously, if a celebrant is running the wedding service there, then they still need to go to a registry office and do the legal bit.
Touch wood, if it happens, and if I've understood it right, I think they're trying to change that slightly, because obviously at the moment, if you were to get married, you have to be under a structure, don't you?
Yeah.
But even if you go to a licensed venue, if you're outside, you have to be under an arch. They're not just
right,
because you've got to be under a structure. But I think, fingers crossed for us all, especially us alternative folk who, you know, the folk that want to get married first, they're trying to make sure that that part is legal.
Yes, I think it is changing, because they have got those rules more in, as I say, in Scotland. It's much more flexible, and there's a lot of changes underway at the moment.
Hand fastings, I think, are recognised in Scotland, but not in England, if I'm right.
Yeah. Well, I offer hand fastings here, and I'm actually, the exciting thing that I've got going on at the moment is that I am setting up with COVID and everything that's happened. We're all having to look at ways to diversify and change the way we deliver business. So what we're finding is more and more people are not having really big events because they can't. And what has ended up happening is they're cancelling them. So what I'm thinking is going to be happening is that when people can have their events, they will quite possibly organise a small, intimate event instead, because even if things happen, perhaps a small event is less likely to be cancelled. I've got a B&B whereby, and it's only a small B&B, but I have a here it's called Curdin Villa, and it's in Clynwood Wells, which is I don't know how I found myself here, but basically it's a village full of eccentric people. It's the home of all the weird events, like the Man versus Horse Marathon and the World Bog Snorkeling Championships and the mountain bike chariot racing and the World Alternative Games, all happen in this village of 800 people. You must come and visit. You'll be great. And it's also the spiritual home of Screaming Lord Sutch, who from the Monster Raving Loony Party. I'm a member of the Monster Raving Loony Party as well. So I'm Lady Lily the Pink of the Monster Raving Loony Party too. So there's all sorts of weird stuff that goes on here. But and we used to have lots and lots of big events and fill our space with lots of people. But this year, obviously, everything is cancelled. In my B&B, I have a self-contained annex, which is great, and in my house I have two B&B guest rooms, but at the moment I only open one, so there's only ever one lot of guests in my house. And then I also have a student flat, which I'm probably going to change into, because the students aren't coming anymore, into a family room, which is bed only. So there's kind of like all this like stuff going on. And then I thought, well, if I'm having half as much B&B, I need to think of a different way to bring business in. So in my garden, I have this little old 1970s Eldest caravan, which was a bit scrappy, and I've painted it. Guess what colour I've painted it? Yeah. So I painted it pink, and then I thought, I know what I'll do. So I painted on it, or in the process of painting on it. There's 3, and that'll be 5. Dancing chickens in tutus. So there's these chickens dancing all over it. And it's going to be called the Cwtch Hutch. The Cwtch Hutch. Cwtch is the Welsh word for cuddle. And obviously hutch for chickens, but I'm making it hutch because then it's spelt the same as Cwtch. So it'll be the Cwtch Hutch. And my husband, I call him husband, but we're not married. We've been together 25 years, but we're not married. He has stripped out one half of the whole back under instruction, and he's created this amazing sort of bed frame so there's a big this just fits a king size bed in this caravan. And then I've put in a champagne fridge and a log burner. And it's just going to be like, a bedroom boudoir. It's going to be a really romantic bedroom boudoir, and it will come in and it will be available for a 2-night event. So you'll get the bedroom boudoir, and you'll get the self-contained annex, which has a bathroom and a living room and a kitchen and 2 bedrooms, so your guests can stay there. And then if you come in with kids, perhaps you're having a joining ceremony and your 2 families are joining together and you're bringing all the kids along, they could stick up some tents on the lawn, and we can create a celebration as a celebrant that I can deliver, and then all that family or that small group, that intimate party of to a celebrating, can all stay together and have 2 days using the garden. And what's even more exciting, I'm like, oh, I'm so excited.
Well, can quickly talking about exciting. Hello, Becky. Apologies to Frankie. We scared the living daylights out of her because she lost connection and then just came back to the noise of the singing bowl. But welcome to the live new Daddy Simon.
Oh, hello! Congratulations. Was it a boy or a girl?
Little girl.
Oh.
So cute.
See, I'm so old now. I'm a grandma. I just had my grandchildren grow up. My eldest grandson, he's 3. He's just been staying for 5 days, and I am so exhausted. I've been trying to do Danny's Be Heard challenge with a hyperactive 3-year-old running around. So I've been sneaking into rooms trying to do like little videos and listen to the lives and everything. But it was, I would not have changed the last 5 days for anything.
Oh, tiring. When my sister's children go, you might have heard on her lives in which 9-year-old and a 2-year-old, and when they go home, I'm going to bed now.
I know, it's so exhausting. Well, you imagine doing it as you get older. You see, I'm in my 50s now, so
I'll pass on it now. So, exciting story.
In my garden, there's this copse of trees, and one of the front trees is dying. So I've arranged for the local guy. I just had this brainwave. Actually, not fair. A creative artist friend of mine, called Amanda Rose. She's the one who designed my business logo. She was here and she went, you know what you could do with that tree? And I went, wow, that's amazing. So what we're doing is we're chopping it off at about 20 foot. And we're putting pegs around it. And another friend of mine, God, I know so many amazing people. She is a sail maker. She has a business called Sails of Merit. Her name's Sarah Lisco, and she's going to make me like 5 bespoke sails that I can attach on and kind of make this like unique teepee under which I can deliver my.
Love stuff like that.
It's going to be so great, and the quarter that will open up into like our little woodland, our little copse of trees, which is like a little fairy glen, and there'll be a fire pit and a barbecue, so that the wedding party, the varinial party, the hand fasting, whatever they're doing, the joining ceremony, the naming, whatever they're doing when they're here, they can have the whole annex, bedroom, boudoir, garden and everything to themselves for the whole of 2 days. And with that, I'm going to, because I am an artist as well, and I've got a stained glass studio, if they want to, they can have the couple can have a half day in my studio and make something like two entwined hearts to take home as a. It's so romantic.
I'm about to say what I think she's going to say. That's amazing.
So I've got this package thing that I'm planning to have up and running by Easter next year, and then people can just book for 2 nights, and they can pick a mix and add all sorts of things. It's all over on my website. My website is like a lifestyle hub. Can I do a plug? It's called. I'm going to do a plug. That's why I'm here.
There's nothing backwards and coming forwards.
It's rosetintedramblings.blog, and it started off as just being my blog where I kept myself mentally as sane as I will ever be by writing about things as they popped into my head, and then it kind of evolved into a lifestyle hub. So there's a whole section on there which is about me as an alternative celebrant and all the types of services that I can prepare and deliver and that type of thing. And I'm just creating that bit about my it's called Intimate Alternative Celebrations of Unity and Love.
I love it.
And love and commitment.
Frankie's commenting saying, can we do it without the wedding?
Oh God, you don't have to get married. Nothing's official nothing's official when you do it with me anyway. You can just come and have a whole yeah. So you can pick a mix.
I'm sat here thinking, shall we just living daylights out of Joe? I'll just sit here and plan our wedding in our.
So don't do it. It won't ever really be a wedding. It'll be like a celebration of commitment. It'll be a celebration of commitment. So you can just you could do a make promises to each other and what have you. So it's not, there's nothing up there.
A couple of days, come on.
Yeah. And come and play in the studio and stay in one of our guest rooms and have a really nice time. So it will, there's all sorts of ways you can like combine the three sort of facets of my life. So on this lifestyle hub, rose-tinted-ramblings.blog, there's my blog, which is a warts and all me. So if you want to know all the dirt on me, that's where you go and you read about how weird I am and when all my crises and all my mental health issues and my family and all of that. So if you want to dig deep, it's all there. I am a warts and all, have it all out in the open person. I figured that if you become famous and you've already told everyone everything, there's nothing in the closet for them to find because you've already confessed your worst things and they're all there. But what's more important is there's a section for the alternative celebrant. There's one about the B&B, Curding Villa B&B, so you can have a snoop around my rooms and you can have a snoop around the garden, you can meet the chickens, you can meet the cat, all those things. There's a section for Berni's art and glass, so you can have a look at all the weird things I make and the commissions I do and the projects I'm involved with there. And then as a Brucey bonus, there's a section there for Lady Lily the Pink has her own section. So there's a whole link to all the weird stuff I do with my alternative politics stuff.
When you are hosting at your lovely B&B, these events, how many people will you be able to facilitate?
Well, the couple will have the annex, then the couple will have the boudoir, and then the annex has a double and a single, but also has a sofa bed. So you could get 5 in there. You could put a couple of tents up in the garden. And as an extra, if you wanted, there's the 2 rooms in the house, which you could have both, because if they're the same party or family, then I can open up both at the same time. So it could be, you could have 10 or 12 people.
It'd be a good alternative elopement package, won't it then?
It is, exactly, yeah.
Yes, Becky, let's me and Becky, she said let's go and do it.
Come and elope.
You're just going to have me and my sister and my mates rock up.
Friendship, a declaration of friendship. Well, you can just come. You don't need me. You could just have all the other bits without the alternative celebrant bit.
Like a friend hand fasted and we'll all just stand in a circle.
Yes. Yes, let's do that.
Completely off on a tangent. Love hand fasting.
Oh, that's great.
What's your preference of, because you can have different materials, different knots, different, if you've got like a favourite.
Well, we're going to use, it will be up to the individuals. If they want to use it, they can have what they like. But I like to use, being in Wales, I like to use the Celtic knots, and the infinity knots and have that. And my daughter-in-law has just set up her own business called Cabbage White, and it's an upbranding and a recycled clothing thing. And she has started making me hand fasting cords. And so what she's going to do is offer a service where she will bespoke make for couples in the colours and the styles and with all with whatever they want attached to it. She will do that for them as part of the package. So that's going to be really great.
Connection to have. My sister commented and said, I don't want to say it out loud. Hen party with real life chickeny hens.
They just roam around. They're proper free roaming hens, so you can have a hen party. You could have a hen party just on your own with the hens. There's 17 of them. It
would literally just be a party with hens. It sounds good to me.
It would. We have to have the cockerel as well, though, because he keeps guard. My cockerel's called Genghis. He's fabulous.
I'd love to have chickens, but I don't.
That's the best thing.
Well, the cat might like it. I don't think the chickens would like the cat.
Well, my cat and my chickens don't seem to have a problem with each other.
My cat has a problem with every other living being. So isn't it? Like if another cat comes in the garden. Ooh.
What's your cat called?
Alice.
Oh, in Wonderland, of course.
Yeah.
Mine's called Emmett, after the doc in Back to the Future. And
Nice.
he's quite new because I had a cat until very recently called Doppel, because he was a doppelgang of my son's cat. and he was a rescue. He'd been born and lived wild. So we really are digressing now. He'd been born and lived wild, and he lived with us when they were playing down the industrial estate the cat was born on. My son caught him and brought him here to be a ratter in my garden, and he became he realised that it was much more comfortable in the house. Well, we are a B&B, so he realised it was much more comfortable in the house than in the shed, and he became a house cat mostly. But he passed away recently, and then the vets phoned me, and he was a black cat, and then the vets phoned me 3 weeks ago, and said, would you have another cat? We've got this white cat has come in, and it's really underweight, and it needs a home. It's not cheap. So I said to my husband, he went, no, we are not getting another cat. So
Joe
we got a
got another one either.
Yeah, we got a cat.
Hi, Laura. Yeah, I really want a black cat, but Joe's not having it.
Yeah. So we've got a white cat now, and he looks like Doc from Back to the Future, and he's called Emmett.
Oh, I want a black cat called Severus.
Oh yes, that would suit you very well.
Because Snake wears all black. And Sirius is too obvious.
That would be cool.
Love it. Joe won't have it. Love it. I was trying to get him to let me have a pure black cockapoo the other day.
Oh,
I make him sound really
black. I've got some pure black chickens. They're called. They're a breed called AM Semones, and I had 3 ladies and a cockerel, and they're black. No, they're black boned and black feathered, and their eyes are black. They're really black. They're absolutely the most gorgeous thing. Look on my Facebook page, because there's some pictures of them. They're so beautiful. But the cockerel we had of the AM Semones, he was called Satan, because he was honestly. He did live up to his name. He was absolutely evil. he attacked everyone. So we had to rehome him, because when you run a B&B and your cockerel is attacking your guests, it doesn't go down well.
Oh dear.
He lives on a farm now in Clendilo. He's still very well. He sent pictures the other day. I know.
I would love all these. If I was left to my own devices, probably wouldn't even end up living on a farm. It'd be a safari park by the time
It sounds fantastic.
As much as I'm always saying, Joe won't let me have this and Joe won't let me have that, sometimes it's things like, can I have a penguin? Can I have a giraffe? But look at their eyelashes. I really want a giraffe. So it's possible, really.
They do have the best eyelashes, giraffes.
I love giraffes.
They do.
Penguins, giraffes, elephants, but giraffes' eyelashes, they are.
They're gorgeous. My chickens, the ones I've painted, not the real ones. The ones I've painted have all got really good eyelashes. And my car did have eyelashes, but it hasn't anymore. I have a 1968 bright pink, this colour, Hillman Husky, which is like, if any of the people listening know what a Hillman Imp is, it's the estate version of a Hillman Imp. And it's just this really tiny little family car, but because it's an old car, the advertising in the 1960s was comfortably seats a family of 5, but only if they didn't have any arms and legs. It would comfortably seat a family of 5. But it's a fantastic car, and the back. You can lay the back down flat, and it just fits in a double airbed, so you can camp in it. It's really great. So there's me, and there's me in the caravan, and the little quirky car called Floyd, and
sounds like you've got a lot of alternative to offer.
Well, yeah,
more than just the Celebrant.
There's me worrying that I'm far too mainstream to be alternative.
No, never. Never. I won't allow it.
No, I don't think it's going to happen. And then when you come over and start doing become my planning pixie for my events, it's going to be fantastic.
Do it.
We will make that happen.
We'll make pinky promises now while we're here.
Yeah, pinky pixie promises.
Yes. What is if you were to do like a wedding, obviously I won't ask about funerals because they're really sad, but if somebody was to go through like a wedding, for example, what process would you go through with them from them contacting you to the day?
Right, okay, well, first of all, I would make sure that I was the right person for them. So, you know, they have to understand that what they're getting, because, you know, it's, you know, there are so many celebrants out there and they're all very different. I'm hoping the way I've advertised myself is that I will only attract people who really want, who don't mind me, you know, thinking outside the box. I don't want any bridezillas and big weddings. I'm not doing big weddings and things like that. It's small intimate services. I would talk to them both. I would decide, yeah, we would identify what they wanted to include. I could make suggestions to them, ideas they haven't thought about. So they might say, I want to do something different, but I don't really know what. And you know, we could talk about things like tasting the 4 elements. So, you know, fire, water, you know, so you have hot, cold, sweet, savoury. So you do that. Or we do chocolate tasting ceremonies for chocolate lovers. Unity sand we can do. So I can talk about all the things that are available, and I can help them.
Frankie's just said gentle nudge. Were we supposed to be fitting this into a time frame? Look at it if we are, because I'm having too much fun chatting to you. But
I don't think so. I don't think so. Perhaps she's bored. Perhaps she needs a snooze. And perhaps it's tea time. Perhaps it's tea time and she wants us to shut up.
Possibly. Oh, well. I'm sure she can tell us what the nudge is for, but even if it's time, stuff it. I'm having fun. Carry on.
So I can do all the sorts of things. Like I can help them write their vows or deliver their vows, and come up with, basically just spend a good hour or so talking to them and liaising with them about how and what they want from their weekend, with their day, if it's just an event, just the ceremony, or their weekend break if they're coming here for everything, and really just make sure I know enough so I can tailor it to them. So I can suggest music, I can suggest readings, I can suggest poetry. I can acquire them things, put them in touch with the people locally that will make the things they want. So the hand fasting, or if they want to do jump in the broom, there's a couple of my friends here who will help. They can make the broom with them and jump their own.
It's like so much fun.
Jump their own. Yeah, there's so many things. Unity sands, so you can get coloured sands. We can talk about unity sands and doing coloured sands and mixing of sands into jars as symbol. But the things I'm really looking forward to offering people are things like the creative ones. So colouring a canvas. So we can have a big canvas out, you know, at the altar, and people they could be splashing paint or doing paint runs, or if it's for joining 2 families, say, and they've got kids, we can have a bigger canvas on the ground and everyone can be involved in creating the canvas and a picture that's unique to them as a memory of the event. It'd be really fun.
Yeah, I've seen like giant. I've seen a company that do. You get like, it's basically like a giant page from a colouring book.
Yeah.
Everybody's like colours in a different bit. I love stuff like that.
Oh God, you know, you'll be too young. I used to have these Berol who do the really, really good felt pens. They used to have these big rolls of intricate colouring in pages. They were massive, and I used to love those, all the intricate colouring in. Used to love it. But yes, so I kind of want to be able to just help people identify what they really want to do, so that they do it exactly the way they want it, rather than feel that they have to, you know, when you have a wedding quite often, or when you have a life celebration or a memorial or a funeral, most importantly, when you have a funeral, it's really going the other way. You tend to be doing it because it's what other people wanted. So if you have a big wedding, you're perhaps doing it because your parents want this and that, and you invite people you wouldn't necessarily want to invite, and you do it in a way you perhaps wouldn't necessarily want to do it. But when you come to me and you do a vow renewal or a unity or a ceremony or a joining or whatever it is, you're coming and for an anniversary, you're coming and you're doing it again, but exactly with all the bits that you want to include in that event. You're not doing it with the pressure of anybody else. And that's true with
that's my thing with, I never want couples to feel like they have to do things a certain way. Right. So lot of traditions have come from things that don't matter.
Yeah. And we can make something new up. They might want to get a twister on the lawn.
People have always done what perhaps mummy and daddy wanted because mummy and daddy were paying.
Yeah.
Well, if mummy and daddy ain't paying, love.
Yeah, exactly. And it's more affordable to do something small and intimate. It's more affordable, so you can go away and have your wedding if that's what your family want you to do, but you can come 2 weeks, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 25 years later, and you can have an alternative celebration of unity and commitment and do it exactly your own way in a small intimate space, and it's really lovely. And the reason I'm so passionate, because when I originally trained to be a celebrant, I said to Dinah, I only want to do funerals. I don't, I really want to help people come to terms with their grief and to celebrate their life and come together to support one another and be supportive of one another and to do what is right for them. Because the pressure of a funeral, I've been to chapel funerals really heavily where they talk about, and I have no problem with people bringing their religions into it, but they tend to push aside the person and the people left behind, and they talk about that. And I think by being able to do a memorial afterwards, which I think there'll be a lot of need for that next year, because lots of people have sadly lost people in 2020 and not been able to say
healing. Yeah, in fact next week we're coming up to a year since we lost my nan. And I will try not to cry just by saying this. No. And the funerals, in fact, it was the same with my granddad. Funerals are very painful, and a lot of crying and a lot of pain and a lot of hurt and a lot of loss. But when so they're both in, I don't know if you ever heard of Life for a Life Memorial Forest.
Yes.
So my granddad was put in the Upper Longdendale Valley Life for a Life Memorial Forest. So for those who don't know, it's a memorial forest where you essentially you purchase a tree from the charity, and then when the tree is planted, one's ashes are put in with the tree planted. Then over time, those ashes nourish the tree. I've actually got a little twig from the tree from
it's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, so my nan's, unfortunately, well, I say unfortunate, it's not unfortunate actually. It's unfortunate for the people. The forest is full. So when my nan passed, they were like, oh, sorry, she can't have her own tree. I'm like, no, I don't want her to have her own tree. Put her with me granddad.
Yeah.
Dad from when she was 17, put her in the same tree. So they're both in the same tree. The memorials were a lot more healing and a lot more loving and a lot more about them. As opposed to about the pain and the loss and of them being gone, and the words that were spoke there, I think you kind of absorb them more because
when someone dies, when you originally have the funeral, it's very soon after they've died, so your grief is very raw, and also they may well have left very specific instructions on how to deliver their service, so that service either is, or you're not the person organising it, so someone else is organising it, so you can't say goodbye in a way that is healing and supportive for you. So by being able to acquire book a celebrant and do something 2 weeks after, a year after, at the anniversary of, and do a memorial or a life celebration of that person when you are ready, or in hindsight where you've perhaps wished that, oh God, I wish I'd said that when we were at the funeral, or I wish we'd had that written, or I didn't know about that, I wish we could talk about that. You can have something else to help with your healing and to celebrate their life and to remember them, with a celebrant, making it an official and a big deal. And it can be in as small as intimate as you want. There's no reason why that one final funeral is the final thing that you do for that person. Grief is grief is love with nowhere to go, effectively. And and so and it's like, I always say, it's the other thing I always often say is like, it's like glitter. It kind of like, it gets everywhere. So the grief is like glitter, it gets everywhere, and whilst you can clear some of it up over time, you're always going to find bits of glitter forever. And you'll go, oh, where did that come from? And there's always
that sets you off as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So there is no reason why. In fact, there is reason why you should, rather than why you shouldn't, have memorials and commemorations and life celebrations at whatever junction. Maybe their birthday, the birthday of the deceased person, maybe whatever the reason, to have it, do it, make it something, that works for you and helps you deal with your grief or your mental well-being over the loss, and or whatever it is, and that's what it's about, really. That's what funerals should be about. They should be about the people left behind, and them supporting each other and coming together to support each other at the loss that they've had to deal with, because the person isn't suffering anymore, but the people left are suffering,
to be fair, slightly off on a tangent, I've been to a funeral before where the I don't know what it was called, but the person leading the funeral, it was a religious funeral, the person leading the funeral turned around and said to the wife and the children that were left, I say children, they were adults, but the children, the people left behind, he's gone to heaven now, so if you convert, you can see him again.
That's terrible, isn't it?
Was disgusted.
Oh, that is disgusting.
One of said adult children was my partner at the time. I was just like, because I was born, in going to churches and stuff like that. So I was just like, I can't believe that has just been said.
It's like throwing a dagger in there.
To me,
wiggle it about a bit.
Yeah, to me, that's what would be stuck with me. So I would think for them, a memorial like you're talking about would probably be quite a healing.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can, like with any celebration or commemoration with a celebrant, or certainly with this particular celebrant, you can do anything you want. You can wear what you like, you can style it how you like, it can be anything you want it to be, that makes it feel like it is pertinent to the people involved in it. It's about the people, it's not about anything else. It's about you, the person who is organized, you're doing it for. So the other things I do, and I don't want to belittle anything to do with the loss of a relative or a partner or anything. So lots of people think they're being foolish if they grieve over a pet. If you've had a dog all your life, or a pet or a cat for years and years, and they die, that grief can be equally as painful.
I've nearly cried over a fish, so
see. But
I need the cat brings a mouse in, so I don't think. Stop it. So now I get it.
They do eat it. Yeah, it's not nice. But if why shouldn't you have an official something for the loss of your beloved friend, your loyal dog or cat or whatever? You should be able to feel that you can do that as well. I have a whole section that is about doing something for your man's best friend, because I think it's really important. We all have our life, and we start here and we finish somewhere over here, hopefully a long way away. But throughout that life, you're going to hit, have various chapters and lots of punctuation marks and lots of forks in the road, and you'll make a decision which way you go. And those sometimes are really worth celebrating. I mean, if you're transgender and you have, you might want to celebrate your new life with an event. If you've just graduated, you might want to do that. Yeah, the old adage, I used to be married, but I'm better now. If you've had a divorce from somebody, you might want a party to celebrate that. You might want more than a party. You might want a celebrant to help you have an official moving on ceremony. If you've recovered from, you've had good news, you've had cancer treatment or something like that, and you have had an all clear, you might want an official rebirth ceremony to start the next chapter of your life. There are loads of reasons why you should have a party. I mean, I'm all for one for having a party, especially if you're going to come and do my decorating.
Especially if there's cake.
Oh God, if there's cake, yeah.
I'll be talking to Paula from Cakes by P at some point a week or so. So we'll link it.
Oh yeah. She can do. Perhaps I'll save my student flat that I'm now trying to think about making into another bedroom. Perhaps that should be where all of you guys come and stay when you come and help create these events. So we'll have room for the cake maker and room for the event planner.
Yeah, sounds good.
Permanent space for you guys.
That's party space.
Really good.
Right. So, where do people find you other than your website?
Yeah, other than my website, I'm over on Facebook and Instagram as The Alternative Celebrant. If you want to look at the B&B, it's there as Cerdin Villa B&B. And if you want to look at me as an artist, it's Berni Benton at Cerdin Villa. Art and Glass. Berni Benton Art and Glass. I've forgotten what it was. But they all kind of link in. It's all a bit of a mishmash. There's too many things going on. And Lady Lily Pink has her own page as well. So if, I think we should all have alter egos. We should all be allowed to have at least two, because we are so many personalities, all of us. And but we should, we should be allowed to pick more than one, that we can have a life. And so I've got two.
I know so many people. I don't even know their real names.
Yeah.
Who knows?
In Wales, no one uses their real name. No one uses their real name.
Jane. Long time. Jane's just joined us. Right.
Hello.
Wrapping up. So I haven't put this to you, but I'm going to put it to you now. I would love to have you back to talk about different parts of wedding ceremonies, like your sand and your hand fastenings, and go into those a little bit.
Yeah, let's talk again, because I'm really enjoying chatting with you, and I want to talk to you. I want to know more about your planning as well, so perhaps you'll have to come and talk to me one day.
Yes.
And I'm going to pick your brains. Does that sound good?
Not too much of it. I need some left.
I'll leave.
Oh, you froze then? What terrible time.
I know. And it always holds up on something really horrible where you look absolutely the worst, don't it?
Oh, like the thumbnails in Danny's challenge.
I know, it's hilarious.
She was going to start singing to us.
I'm just giving them one now. If you phrase with something like this.
Oh, yeah, that'll be me. Or as the thumbs we were trialing earlier. I won't do that now.
No, I'm not going to do that. I've got enough chins as it is without having to create more.
Oh dear. Right. So I will now say thank you for joining me. I'm going to go and get my dinner, because my tummy will start shouting at us very soon, and nobody needs to hear that.
Are we sharing this to replay so people can watch us?
Yes. So what we should have done at the beginning is tell people to comment along and say hello. But if you're hashtag replay, and we will come and chat to you later.
Lovely. Oh, it's been really good to meet Pixie and chat. I've really enjoyed it.
Yes, and Jim, thank you for joining me. See you in rebook.
Okay. Bye.